Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Welcome to Friday, which only means one thing. Welcome to Marketwatch. So now we've completed our leagues grind. Marketwatch is going to be returning consistently every Friday at 5:45 PM GMT to go through the Runescape free price rises and price falls for this week to discuss anything up in price, down in price, worthwhile investing or chasing as a money making method. Now if you guys have been enjoying the videos, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're someone who has joined over the Runescape free leagues journey, Marketwatch is essentially going through the Grand Exchange on the homepage, pick out things up in price, down in price, or things worthwhile investing in, just to give you guys a chance to make a little bit more money with your RuneScape free time. Now in terms of updates this week, nothing really for the main game, it's all been fixes with leagues, and if you're looking to see what those updates were, there'll be a link to the corner of the video if you guys can check out, which we did on day of release. So let's as always jump in and start with price rises to see what is currently happening in RuneScape 3. So starting with the bronze dagger again, I mentioned this last week. It is actually a genuine way if you're going to make a fresh free-to-play account, really good way to go and train your smithing nice and early. That is now 3.2 thousand coins each, and you'll probably be making about 1,200, 1,500 coins profit because the price of the bronze bar now is a little bit lower than what it normally is. We have the garb and subjugation boots and gloves. Essentially, the subjugation pieces are price locks to be very close within each other because they're used for necromancy upgrades. So they're going to roughly be between 2.3 mil to 2.6 mil each, which is nice because they reached a real low point, and Zami is a very good boss to do. Is one of the early gateways into PVM, a really good early money making method for the account who wants to do bossing, and a really good pet log to get started with as well. We have spirit runes now at 65 GP each. The catalyst aura token, 94.2 mil. This is also as well about 190 mil actually on the Grand Exchange. Just out of coincidence, I checked the one I've got in my bank to see if it was up in price as well. But you can actually buy this with your Leagues 2 points as well. Not only can you buy rewards from the Leagues 2 shop, you can also go back and buy stuff from the Leagues 1. So the Catalyst Aura could be a really good thing to go and pick up if you've not got enough things you want to buy in the Leagues 2 store. We have bones to a price of 144 GP each. Powerful Necroplasm, 880 GP each, and Mazcab Ability Codex at 35.7 mil. Emerald Rings, 3.2k each. Silverhawk Feathers, a big jump up this week, going from 4.5k, which that was too cheap. Like, I wish I saw those at that kind of price because I would have just stocked up for the rest of the year. These are getting less and less in quantity in the game because there's no more coming into the game because they're no longer on Treasure Hunter. Treasure Hunter isn't here anymore, and people will be using this to train their agility. So the amount of Silverhawk Feathers in the game should be going down, which should hopefully mean that the price will go up because people will still want to use Silverhawk Feathers to train their agility. We have Powerful Ghostly Ink at 31.8k. It could be a huge way to make some money. Don't underestimate how good Ghostly Inks are for making profit. Really good way to go and make some GP and be bank standing at the same time as well. Wine of Saradomin, 37.4k each. Mystic Cloth, 3.6k. We have an Armadillo Chain Skirt at 2.5 mil. And Armadillo Buckler at 1.2 mil as well. We have Standard Wool, 1.1k each. We have Crimson Skill Chompers, 1.9 thousand coins. And then Luminite Stone Spirit, 624. Raw bird meat is over 1,000 coins, so if you're doing your birdhouses or if you're buying from the shop in Uglog, you're going to make a bit more money than normal. Half-Eared Meat Pies, 2.1k each. A Willow Longbow, for whatever reason, is 2.8 thousand coins. We kind of covered it a bit last week, but the price of some of the longbows at the minute is absolutely crazy. Like, fletching is making some serious money, and if you're someone who's a free-to-play player, making a longbow could be really good profit. Let's say you're paying 1,000 coins for a Willow Log, 600 GP for a bowstring. You're still going to be making 1.2k profit per longbow, and you're also going to be progressing your fletching level as well, which is really good. And the higher your fletching gets, especially in free-to-play, the more money you'll make with higher grade bows as well. We have Raw Manta Race, 923 GP each. Armadillo Gloves, 1.4. The boots are 1.5. Chaos Raw Ability Codex, 108 mil for that. And a Serenic Essence, 107.3. We have Limpwhite Root at 883. Armadillo Chestplate, 2.7. Armadillo Helmet, 1.4. And a Catalyst Teleport Token is now 3.7 mil. Regular Ghost Ink is at 5.4. Bullseye Lantern is 69 GP. And Infernus Pyroclask, 7.7k. The Magic Longbow continues to go up, 4.7k for that, and we also have Extreme Necromancy Potions at 15,000 coins for a 4-dose potion. Mortmire Fungus, 2.2 thousand coins. Leather Scraps, 2.3. Poison Slime from the Ranch Upon Time is 198 GP each, and Trading Sticks are at 50. Magic Planks, 1,000 coins each. Zerosian Essence, 118.2k, and Death Spore Arrow Tips, 75 GP each. And then finally for this week, White Berries, 2.2k. So there seems to be some real big recovery in terms of items here. First of all, like we mentioned, we have the fletching longbows. For whatever reason, very strong in prices. The magic longbows especially are good for some invention components, but it seems that all the longbows seem to be at a very good price. So fletching is a very underrated skill if you want to go for the slower money-making method of making longbows. We also have Armadillo and the subjugation sets going back up in price. I think these were simply because they were just so pummeled when people first went for the trophies. They went down an awful lot because of that as well. Now they're just starting to rise because these are the two more useful sets. Armadillo, you can go and get Armadillo components, very useful for invention. And then also the subjugation set, the Zamorak set, is also quite useful for progressing in terms of the necromancy sets as well. But really good ways, if you're still looking to train your invention, maybe looking to get some perks, to go and get these components from both of those sets. The Armadillo ones in particular are very good to get if you're looking to progress your invention later on down the line. Now let's go and have a look at price falls. Let's see what we got for this week, because last week was an absolute bloodbath, and to be fair, the week before was as well, because a lot of items are dropping quite quickly in price. So the first one for this week, steel plate bodies, 4.2 thousand coins each. We have a Saurodomin's Hum, 1.1 mil. Infernal Ashes now 253 GP each, and a Amulet of Magic 722. Lustrous Energy 272, Ectoplasm absolutely melting at 1.3k for that. It nearly hit 2,000 coins, but it's definitely won't be hitting that for a little while now because it is definitely crashing down. Short bows are 1.7 thousand coins each, a Wizard Hat is 1.5, Orichalcum Stone Spirits 183, and Oak Plank is at 981 GP each. A wooden frame is 19,000 coins. We have Armadillo in yellow at 5.9k for that. Very, very cheap for a archaeology material, especially like a colour. The colours don't generally go down that low, so if you're someone who's got a big stock of Tetra compasses, really worthwhile looking at picking that up as well. We have Spectral Lens 2.7 mil, Robe of the First Necromancer 154, and a Chef's Hat is 6.1k. We have a Ring of Vitor at 2.6 mil, the Robe Bottom of the First Necromancer 113.4, and Hellfire Metal still going down, which I'm really surprised it's got that low, 6.3k. It really makes you think that archaeology is starting to get to a point like maybe when you start handing in sets and converting to Chronos, you could make profit at some point, because some of these materials are starting to really go down to a very low price. We have Adamant Ore, 1,000 coins each, Cobalt Blue, 6.2k, so another colour on its way down quite aggressively, and Sandstone for a 2kg, 198. The Hand Wraps of the First Necromancer, 5.6 mil, Oak Frame is 40.3k. Just to put it in perspective, and I know I've mentioned it quite a lot over the past couple of weeks, but I do have some magic frames bought on the main account. I am making magic frames on the Hogger. A oak frame is literally 500 GP less than a magic frame. Like, magic frames are just so undervalued for what kind of price they are, but that's just me. Again, I'm invested in them, but more for the intention, especially on the main account, to use them for cheap XP. But it's just strange that it's that kind of price. Malachite Green, 5.9 thousand coins each. Definitely a week to be investing in the archaeology colours if you're someone who's got Tetra compasses. We have some adamant stuff. The plate 3 is 51.8k. Foot wraps of the First Necromancer, 32.4 mil. Silver bar, 1.9k each. Fells is at 2.6k, and we have some air runes at 14 GP each. Clean Arbok is 5,000 coins. Steel plate body +1 is 9,000 coins. Blue Dragon Hide Koi for 2.5k. Zygamite Fruit 565, and then finally the Super Restore Flask, 6 dose for 20.3k. Now, in terms of price falls this week, again, it's a bit more of a continuation of what we've seen over the past couple of weeks. The prices of the colours for the archaeology sets is very, very surprising, and Hellfire Metal. These are some of the more popular items from archaeology, which are used more often, and obviously the colours as well for the Tetra compasses as well, which a lot of people do, which is very strange to see them go down such a low price. In terms of other stuff, we have the First Necromancer stuff, but I think a lot of people are camping Rizal for the trophies, and because of that, it's just getting hammered because way too much quantity is coming onto the Grand Exchange to cope up with the supply. And it's a bit interesting really that maybe it's due a bit of an invention bump up to bring in some brand new materials, which is broken down from all these God Wars materials, or all these drops which are coming to the game because people are actively going to hunt out all of these trophies which are in the game as well. So maybe that could be an idea. Maybe we'll just get a big bump up in the future, but I am starting to see like a big trend, especially of all these items going onto the Grand Exchange, just because there's no one really to buy them. There's no one really to fill that void where all these extra items come to the Grand Exchange. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? What do you guys think to the price rise and price falls for this week? Are you invested in anything? Are there any items you're keeping an eye on? I have released 2 videos this week. One is sort of looking at double XP items. I'll make sure that's in the corner of the video for you guys to check out as well. I think you'll find some really good value from that because I was surprised at some of the prices I found for that as well. And yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys very soon for the next video.